Welcome to Screen Orb. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at why Storage Wars is losing viewers. Have you ever watched a TV show where the plot was so complex that you couldn't follow what was going on? You couldn't grasp the storyline enough to know what had taken place, why the situation played out as it did, or even whose side you were on in the aftermath. It was just a collection of confusion that left you furrowing your brow and running through possible explanations in your head. Well, this isn't the case for Storage Wars, since the concept of the show is so simple that it's odd that someone even thought to make a show out of it. Logically, someone took notice of a storage auction and thought, wow, that's a moneymaker. Simple as it may be, the idea has caught on enough to keep the show going since its 2010 premiere, maybe because of its simplicity. However, simple doesn't always mean drama-free, and to the chagrin of the show's cast and crew, drama is an inarguable ingredient in the Storage Wars recipe. You don't have to look far to find rumors, tension, history, and lawsuits surrounding its past and present stars that showcase drama. Ones that could leave them wishing fans had never learned the secrets of the show and its cast. And the final question is, why is Storage Wars losing viewers? Number 7. Cruel Foundation. You can't bid on a storage locker that has an owner. If you try, that's called stealing. Now take a moment to apply that logic to Storage Wars. Every locker that gets an honest bidding experience used to belong to someone else. You know, before it was taken away. Granted, someone might have just decided not to pay a bill. But there are less pleasant explanations for a locker's lack of owner. Maybe the former owner stumbled into financial issues, and from that viewpoint, any storage locker could be the former property of someone who's a victim of lacking income. It's kind of like looting with a dash of kick someone when they're down. If that's not grotesque enough for you, how about this? The former owner could have died, meaning bidders are only able to get a locker because that person's life ended. Now that is a hard foundation to build a show on. Number 6. To auction or not to auction. There are aspects of the show that are reportedly fake, but what might be the most bizarre of these is the auctions themselves. This complaint was a part of a lawsuit filed by Storage Wars star Dave Hester. According to Hester, the cast can be seen bidding on auctions that aren't happening. You might wonder why the show would decide to fake such a thing, and the answer is vague, since Hester only said the process to create the visual that the stars are bidding even when they aren't bidding. What? Maybe they're padding airtime. Who knows? But just keep in mind that next time you watch an episode that the participants might be bidding on nothing. However, don't be quick to write Hester off as a disgruntled employee either, since A&E was apparently quiet concerning Hester's accusations, and he was welcomed back on the show after this lawsuit. One source even reports that the show's creator has admitted to parts of the show being scripted and prepared. Combined, these details add credibility to Hester's allegation. Number 5. The rage of the wars. Anytime that competition is a part of the equation, there's a chance for tension to rise. When the competition involves money, the odds escalate. Not surprisingly then, the cast of Storage Wars has had their moments of heightened tempers and tense confrontations. Don't believe it? Focus on Jared and Brandy, a team, and say they're not sometimes working with bad vibes between them. The on-site tension reached what might have been its highest level when Dave Hester got into a physical altercation with the auctioneers Dan and Laura Doxson. That clash had to be broken up by security guards. Sure, this is a show where being a jerk can be encouraged, running up for the bid for instance, but taking the tension this far could be the most embarrassing thing to ever happen during filming. Honestly, why would the Dotsons and Hester want to bury this one? Number 4. Bidders or ventriloquist puppets. Interviews are a part of the Storage Wars episodes, ones where cast members comment on their buys, plans, or irritations. Some of the most vivid memories you have of the show from these interviews where you feel like you're learning of the personalities of the cast members through their comments and quips. Remember the whole fake thing? Reportedly, the falsification runs so deeply that a percentage of those interviews are scripted. Following that logic, every character you've come to appreciate because of their one-liners or general attitude during said interviews is all wrong if they're only parroting what someone else is telling them to say. From that perspective, you can't really be sure that your favorite character is your favorite because you may not know that character well enough to make a decision on the matter. Essentially, they're puppets being fed lines, which is the most flattering comparison to be made. Number 3. Big wins for non-cast members? Can you remember watching an episode of Storage Wars where a cast member didn't win every locker? If the answer is no, that's not surprising. The cast are the primary contestants, so it makes sense that the footage aired would focus on their successes rather than random bidders' eights. However, you have to wonder, is that really the right strategy? In what could be viewed as the insult of all storage locker insults, a buyer of a storage unit where the Dodsons from Storage Wars were the auctioneers, found a pirate treasure that was worth $500,000. To grasp how significant this detail is, consider that the biggest find in Storage Wars history in 2012 was only 3/5 of that price. Not only could this be embarrassing for the cast since the pirate treasure bearer was reportedly new to storage auctions, but it's also an indication that perhaps fans should see more than the cast members' finds. So for being outdone by a relative rookie and potentially not airing great discoveries, this one makes a list. Number 2. Pre-show plastic surgery. Non-cast members might have gotten the rotten end of the deal in regard to airtime, but cast members haven't necessarily gone without their side dishes of a similarly rotten meal. One of those reported moments extends before the first episode of the show ever aired, according to Hesse's lawsuit. In that lawsuit, he claimed that the show paid for an unspecified female cast member to have plastic surgery to increase viewer appeal. There's nothing automatically shocking about a grown woman having plastic surgery, and Hesse never mentions that it was a forced choice for the cast member in order to be employed. Still, however, the allegation by itself leads to a series of unknowns and uncertainties that can leave viewers feeling uncomfortable. No matter the circumstances, this claim without specifics has a possibility to cause serious criticism to the show. Even if Hesse was just plain lying, taken out of context or not, authentic or not, Storage Wars might have fared better had Hesse never made mention of the detail. Number 1. Education. Take it or leave it. It's not uncommon for a person to choose a path that doesn't include an extended education, and there's little reason to criticize someone for not wanting to attend school, since they can earn a BA, go to the military, enroll in a trade school, start working. The possibilities are pretty endless. However, for one of the younger cast members, this openness for opportunity led to a decision that is uncommon. The cast member would be Brandon Sheets, who never graduated high school. Instead, he jumped into business alongside his dad, Daryl Sheets. It's difficult to say whether or not the gamble paid off without seeking his bank statements, but the choice is certainly something that took away an advantage from his current and upcoming life, particularly since he left the show in 2016. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video for more amazing content. And also don't forget to check out the other 2 videos that you're seeing on screen right now. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in the next video.